key issues concerning the Atlas III situation. And first of all, we're going to have a live broadcast as soon as it can be seen. Remember that National Aeronautics and Space Administration will be broadcasting live, and several other observatories will do the same. It will be visible with a small telescope starting tomorrow, the 29th. According to reports, if you have a medium-sized telescope, you'll be able to see it. So keep an eye out for that right now. I'll tell you the details about what kind of telescope you need, but you don't need a very big one. One with a 76 centimeter aperture should be enough to detect it. The light level is very low. It's level 14, and that level of light is practically invisible to the human eye. It's very hard to see it. But watch out, let's get to what's happening, because there's a report from the famous astronomer, astrophysicist, right? To be exact, from Harvard, who insists that there's something strange in this atlas and that there are details there that don't match. With a comet, for him, it's not a comet. He says it just like that, in his own words. He has his own blog, so he publishes what he analyzes. But it's not just about clarifying something, because many people say he's the good one if he's the leader of a team. In which, they're seeing that there's something strange about this object, right? There's no risk, it's not coming to the planet, it's not coming to Earth. I mean, let's clarify that the object makes this movement, which we've been able to see. That's the object. This is Atlas. It moves through here while Earth moves this way. In December, we'll be here. This will be on December 19th, the moment when it will be seen the closest. Atlas keeps moving forward, so we'll see. Assuming it's a normal comet, right? The comet was discovered, as you know, just recently. On June 1st, July 1st, August, July, August, September, October. I mean, we've only known about this object for 4 months, and there are a lot of really strange things. The Harvard astrophysicist Avila Eva states that it's not a comet. He insists and repeats very clearly that he says it's not a comet. The astrophysicist states that this is an intelligent object, whether it's a ship or a probe or something like that. They've done all the calculations, they've looked over everything related to it again and again. For example, it has a lot of nickel but doesn't absorb air. If it were nickel, naturally, it would have to contain iron or some other elements related, and there isn't any of that. What is nickel used for? On Earth, it's mainly used in aerospace. Yes, so it makes sense based on what he says. Well, if it's pure nickel, it's because, let's say, it's part of an intelligent object. But listen to what he says. The Harvard astrophysicist David Loeb claims that it's not a common comet, but an intelligent spacecraft. An intelligent alien spacecraft that's slowing down as it approaches the sun. The hypothesis is based on the presence of the antitail, a jet of matter. Well, they've done calculations and recalculations, and they simply say this is, for them, a braking mechanism. So when he had the antitail, was the object slowing down? Yes. For what purpose? Why slow down? To stay in the sun longer? Could it be that they get energy from the suns? Come on, a lot of theories start coming up, right? National Aeronautics and Space Administration captured the images with the Hubble telescope, but also with the ERISE camera, which supposedly captured the 3I Atlas. And according to what they themselves have said, it would have an anomalous behavior. It was even visible from great distances. They claim that the chemical composition includes an artificial nickel alloy, according to what they see, right? Carbon dioxide, water, and traces of cyanide are elements that are usually found together naturally, but they are not usually found together naturally. So those elements shouldn't normally come together naturally, and yet there they are. What is it? The comet is showing unusual activity in areas that are currently being observed. It says in areas far from the sun, which indicates the presence of volatile materials different from what is expected in a normal comet. The fact that it passes by the sun in this way could indicate that it needs the sun in some way for a while. We still don't know what it will be, right? I mean, like, I slow down to take just a bit, I need that energy, and then I continue. Where to? We'll see if it keeps going straight or changes, right? It says the following: the brightness of the comet changes color as it gets closer to the sun, reflecting a complex internal composition with a possible artificial structure. Or like a possible complex structure that couldn't be, let's say, natural, right? The change it's making, what does it say? It could even have a technological origin. And that's what my colleagues, astrophysicists Adam Hibla and Adam Crow, also say, who claim that 3 and Atlas could have a technological and possibly hostile origin. This idea has revived the global debate about the possible intelligence in this object, hasn't it? According to their reports, the core, according to them, would be 20 kilometers in diameter. It would be the biggest interstellar object detected. What raises suspicions is that up until now, there has been no record of detecting an object of that size. The extreme polarization refers to the light reflected from 3 and Atlas and its chemical activity. They also suggest that there are patterns of intelligence, they say. It was listed as a priority observation by the International Asteroid Warning Network, which drew significant attention. Currently, National Aeronautics and Space Administration and European Space Agency are making it a top observation priority. That right now, it's the most observed, most watched object. Starting in the next few hours, it's going to be this 3 and Atlas, right? So, we're witnessing something historic. I mean, regardless of whether this turns out to be just a comet, it's still historic. If this is something more, well, just imagine, right? I mean, but what's happening is already historic, and also what it's generating around it, right? Alright, the comet will change constellations between Virgo and Leo in the coming weeks, being visible from Earth during its approach. Above all, December 19th will be the day of greatest visibility in the sky. And we'll see if by then we get to see it, because we will too, right? The comet receives 33 gigawatts of energy from the sun, letting us study the expelled material and its response to radiation. I mean, there has to be a reaction with the sun. And if this reaction is from a normal comet, then we'll simply say it's a perfectly normal comet with its quirks, right? If it does anything else strange, we'll call it abnormal. Is it an intelligent probe, or is it something else, a ship or whatever, right? So really? I mean, that topic is crazy, right? It's going to be super interesting from now until December 19th. What will we see between now and tomorrow? What will happen if it comes out from behind the sun? I mean, there are a lot of things, a lot of questions that are going to come up right now, but also the lack of information. But well, look, starting tomorrow, there will be plenty of information. More information will start coming out. So we'll be here broadcasting, and even more starting tonight. There will be much more information, so we'll be paying attention and giving all the details. We also have a playlist on the channel where we're sharing information about the Atlas, so you can follow the Atlas. You can watch all the videos and see everything that's happened there.